My name is Catherine, and I'm here today to open up this beautiful deck of cards by Rabbi Valentine and see what it is that Archangel Michael has to say to us about the month of June. What do you need to know? What do you want to know? As you ask me your question, I will open the cards and give you an answer. What I'm aware of right now is the beautiful blue color of the smoke. It could be just simply reflecting the blue mat underneath, but it's a very special sign to me today that the divine is calling us to be really honest with ourselves, to speak the truth to our own being. What is it we're really wanting? Miss Janice, welcome. My goodness, I haven't seen you for a while. How are you, girl? Welcome to today's readings. As I said, today we're diving in to ask Archangel Michael what is present for us in energy right now. So let me just get myself arranged. It's a beautiful day in Tennessee. A little bit overcast, but just a beautiful summer, pre-summer day. So good. I'm glad everything is good for you, my dear Janice. So I'm just going to set this here so that you guys can look through that prism for a second while I shuffle my cards. Prisms are interesting, aren't they? How they change the focus and they make things appear a little different than they are. And so I'm feeling like today, um, that's what we're being asked to do. The year is going so quickly, isn't it? Can you believe it's June already? And so, what we're interested in is being so honest with ourselves and clear about what it is we're wanting, and then be willing to do the action steps, right? To allow for that to happen. I am doing great, Janice. It's just a beautiful time. I love that I have a garden this year and I've planted more flowers than in the past. And so that's fun. And outside my window, I have this is one of those clover plants that they grow real free here and they blossom, but I can bring it indoors this summer. And same with my spider plant. I bring that indoors in the winter also. And I love to be able to have a garden inside and out. So, welcome everybody. If you're new here today, I'm Catherine. Hi, Psalms Jezreel. How are you? We're going to begin by asking the divine Archangel Michael for a card just to start the readings. What's the theme of today, Archangel Michael? Thank you for those thumbs ups, you guys. I appreciate it. It's like giving me a big hug, so I send it back to you. And let's see what our first card is here. This is just the theme of what we can expect. And let's see what we have. Don't settle for less. Hi, Sunny. Hi, Swati. Welcome. Don't settle for less. You know what? That's kind of what I was feeling when I picked up the cards this morning. So let's look here and see what this is. What it is there's a big surprise. When I look at this figure's face, it kind of makes me think of the blue smoke that we had this morning with the Palo Santo and all these blue butterflies here. You are a child of the divine and you deserve to have your dreams come true. Don't give up. Definitely something that we're going to be wanting to acknowledge. We just don't give up. Okay. Because what we know is that if you, what you desire is in the divine plan for your life, there's very little that can come against you. But the core is, how do you tell if it's a core level desire, something you were born with? Or is it something that you've created in your imagination? Oh, I would love to have, but it is different from what is at your heart. All right. So, Janice, you are here first today. Oopsie. Sorry. And so, Janice, I would love to draw you a card. So, is it something general that you're asking for, or do you have a specific question that you have to get answered by Archangel Michael? So, let me know. Hi, Raji, Swati. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so Janice, let's draw a card for you. What does Archangel Michael have for you, my friend? Okay, so Janice, first of all, this card came out in the little mini readings yesterday. And so what I would like to do is to, oopsie, hold on. I would like to have to definitely refer you to to that little bitty reading from yesterday because I think that you will find some extra wisdom there. And hi, friends. Hi, Leo. I'm so glad to see you today, and my eyes are being distracted by all of you visitors. I'm so glad to see you here today. So let's see here. Janice. Trust your angels. Let go of your expectations of how your dreams will come true. Trust that heaven has a perfect plan. So, Janice, is there something going on in your life right now where you're pushing, you're wanting something, but it's got what I call that chase energy, where you're just going after something with a great deal of passion? You might be trying to change something that is that seems unchangeable? Is there somebody in your life that you have been wanting something different and you're frustrated? I feel like there's a lot of things going on right now where you're being blocked from what it is you truly desire. I feel that you are being the word hoodwinked comes to me, where even though you're sure there's somebody in your life who is not cooperating with your desires. Is that true? Hmm. Let's see. What else do your oh, okay. So it's important that you check in with somebody that you know, that you love, to make sure that you're correct about this person. I feel like you're trusting something that in your own heart you're feeling, oh dear, I'm not sure if I'm correct. But the truth is that you need to trust someone to help you to see clearly. This could be the time for a private reading. You know that I do give private readings where I can draw cards for you, but it's important for you to be able to um, trust someone. And if they say something that you feel is critical of your person, don't take it personally. There's something important that you need to hear. And I believe that humans will be like angels for you today and give you the wisdom you're looking for. Okay. So go forth and prosper, my friend. You guys know you can always email me if you are needing guidance or you want to ask me something. And it is pattern breakertarot@gmail.com. So, gosh, I got so many questions here. Sunny, will your ex come back? Let's see. Is that in your highest good? Let's see what the cards have for you. I'm going to cut the deck. Sunny, what does Sunny need to know about this ex? Is this ex a good person for her? Are they going to come back? My cards are kind of all over. Okay, let's see. So right away there was just this kind of energy around the cards. They kind of slipped in my hand and they were messy. So Sunny, the first thing I'm thinking of is it a messy situation with this ex of yours? Is it messy? Let's take a look. Oh, Sunny. Okay, let's take a look here. The first thing that I'm curious about is who does this picture remind you of, Sunny? I believe that there is a relative, an ancestor of yours who is now gone. It could be even in generations past that you don't even know. But there is a strong grandmother energy that's coming through Archangel Michael right now, okay? A strong grandmother energy. You might have a grandmother on this side of the veil who loves you and who you trust. Listen to this message. Your greatest power comes from being who you truly are. Don't let anyone sway you from expressing your authentic self. So, Sunny, only you know what the situation is with your ex, but are you free to be the real you? Sometimes this is a hard question, isn't it, Sunny? Sometimes it's hard to believe that the person that they're with could be the person that you cared for so much in the past could be not your highest good right now. One of my favorite quotes is an X is an X for a reason. And I'm sensing, Sunny, that you may have given this person another chance already. And there's a strong link to a female in your past that is attempting to get through to you. That if your ex allows you to be your real self and is not picking at you for being who you are, that would be an indicator. If this ex was closing you off from the things that you love, then it's usually a good idea to allow that ex to be in the past for now. And then really focus on yourself, focusing on what it is that you want to do and who are they to you. Okay. This, I think, is not a positive yes or no. What it is that I want you to discover, are you able to be authentically sunny when you are with your person? Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, you guys, I see all these requests coming in and I will get to you the best I can. I'm just going for at the top and see who is here and who's been waiting. Okay, Ritika, welcome, my friend. And Gabriella, or Kelvin's current feelings for you. Okay, and uh, okay, so we'll go now. If I miss you, I'm sorry, but please do add your name to the list and I'll see what Archangel Michael has for you. So Ritika and then Gabriella. Ritika, general guidance. I love readings that are general guidance because I feel like it's trusting the angels to bring you exactly what you're needing. So, my dear Ritika, this is your message. Okay, Ritika. And for you, we have step into the spotlight. You have a message that the world needs to hear. It's time to share your wisdom. Ritika, I can't help but notice how this prism back here, the light is filtering through and it's shining. And I do feel like there is a spotlight. It could be for you in your job, it could be in your relationships, but you have been playing small. You may be shy. I'm shy. It takes me a while to get warmed up to people, and sometimes I want to hide. And so I really understand how you might hesitate to step into the spotlight, but you have to remember that Archangel Michael has your back. Imagine there's a human figure standing right in front of this giant angel, and you can't see the figure because the presence of Archangel Michael behind you, it's covering you. You may be a reader like me. You may be a healer of some sort, a speaker. Perhaps you're a musician, but your time has come. As June gets started, watch for invitations. Someone might ask you to speak for their group. Somebody at work might ask you to step up, maybe a promotion, but you can look forward to an advancement in June. One of the affirmations that I love to use is, even though I don't know how, I'm standing in the spotlight now. Neville teaches us that it's important to live as if it's already happened. So, Ritika, grab a pencil and write this down. Even though I don't know how, I'm standing in the spotlight now. Now, those of you who are visiting, and you're receiving the collective wisdom. If you need to step out into the spotlight in June, just claim this reading as your own. Claim it through use of this affirmation. Even though I don't know how, I'm shining in the spotlight now. Okay? All right. And now, Gabriella, Kelvin's current feelings for you. Okay, so we have another human, and we are wondering what Archangel Michael has to tell us about my dear friend Gabriella, and if this person, Kelvin, is what are the feelings? What does Archangel Michael want you to know? Okay, interesting. All is in perfect timing. Now, you guys, I will be adding timestamps with the Archangel Michael card so you can come back and review your reading. So let's take a peek here. The reading, this is it. It's time to take action now. I will be there to help you every step of the way. Okay, so Archangel Michael is here. Can you see him, Gabriella? No. All we see is the light, right? So it looks to me like Archangel Michael is asking you to trust what you know to be real when it comes to angelic wisdom. Okay. Are you a follower of energy? Are you someone who enjoys being in alignment with your spiritual self? It looks to me that the angels are asking you to trust what you know to be true in your heart. All is in perfect timing. Whatever Kelvin is feeling right now, you're not able to see it, right? Kind of blinded by the light. So, what I believe Archangel Michael is saying is seek the divine first. Is this person in alignment with your highest good? When you think of Kelvin, are you filled with joy or is there a little bit of fear in it? Remember, chasing something is not the best way to go after it. Becoming the best partner you can be lights you up from the inside out. You want to attract Kelvin's attention by the light that you shine from within you. Today, just take a piece of paper and write down all of the things about Kelvin that light you up. What is it about this human that makes you feel like you want to be connected? Be really honest with yourself and then turn it over to the angels. Give your desire for this human to Archangel Michael and trust that if this is supposed to come into being, it is in perfect. Okay, my friend? A lot of times when we have a crush on someone, we feel crushed because it's not happening yet. The only thing we can control for sure is our own relationship with the divine and with our desires. Okay. Um, uh, let's see, an affirmation that might work for you is this: I am so thankful and relieved now that I am at peace about Kelvin. I am so thankful and relieved that now that I am not obsessing about Kelvin anymore. I am so thankful and relieved that my inner being is showing me the exact right step to take. Okay. All right. So moving on. And again, I will remind you guys, I do private readings. The information is in the description box. And if you would like me to draw cards for you, particularly from Archangel Michael, it's my pleasure to do so. Okay. Let's go forward here. And Gabriella. Thank you. And Fatima. Welcome, Fatima. So let's go forward. Your behavior with your kids. That's such an interesting concern. Let's take a look at what Archangel Michael has. And those of you who are watching, are you a parent? Are you struggling with understanding your children? And no matter how hard you try, it doesn't get any better. I understand that completely because I have adult children, and sometimes it's difficult to figure out who I am in when it comes to my kids because I don't want to be nosy or not in my own business, but I do want to be available to them as their parent. So, Fatima, let's see here. Just going to turn my cards around because they all seem to be going in this direction. So, Fatima, what does oh gosh, this is a good message for all of us parents of adult children. This situation no longer serves you. Allow me to sever your energetic connections to the past so you can embrace the future. So, Fatima, I have a feeling that you're very hard on yourself, that when it comes to your parenting, a part of you has felt disappointed in your own self. And I feel for you because it can be very difficult to feel that guilt, like you should have done better, you could have done better with your parenting. And I'm telling you, it's time to let that go. When I look at the figure here, picturing the Archangel Michael, I'm just seeing how this sword, she's holding it with both hands, and as if she wants to move it back and forth and cut off energy. See all the energy that's cycling around? Listen, Fatima, you have done the best you know how to do. Nobody teaches us how to be the best parent with our kids, and all we can do is the best we can do. It's so important that you let go of your self doubt and your self guilt and the things that you're holding against yourself. You have done the best you can do. Archangel Michael is here today, I believe, especially for you, Fatima. There is no accident that you're here today listening to this message. As you let go of the role that you've had in the past with your kids, you're going to be able to step out and be who they need you to be. Fatima, you are so welcome. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. I'm feeling some trembling here, and I feel that it's just difficult for you to believe that you did the best you could. And I see this face on the angel that's serious. And so, Fatima, I'm going to give you an unusual piece of advice, okay, my friend? I'm going to ask you to go to your music source. If it's, um, let's see, YouTube is my easiest one, and just pick a few songs from your past where it makes you happy. Dance music. Find music because music will lift the spirits. I just read a study this morning and it was so cool because it was talking about how our brains love music. Okay. Our brains love music. Something about music fixes the brokenness in a wounded brain. So, Fatima, so important today that listen to music, place your hand on your heart, and here is your affirmation. Even though I don't know how, I have such a better connection with my kids right now. I am so thankful and relieved now that I am free to love my kids the way they are. I am so thankful and relieved now that I can cut off my s- poor me mindset and believe I am the best parent I can be with my kids. Okay. I am so grateful that you came to the reading today, Fatima. Feel free to email me and let me know what's going on. You can find my contact information in the description box. So, hi, Nirmala. Hi, Poonam. Fatima, so glad you're here. Nirmala, Ayuri, welcome. Vishal, welcome. So many friends. Hi, Jolene. Venue Music, hello. I only speak English. Hi, Captain Crunch, welcome. And Venue Music, beautiful. Hi, Martha. Why do you see 444 continually? I would love to draw a car for you. Arpita, when will I meet my desired partner? I see you. Hi, Martha. Cosmos World, welcome. Priyanka, love is true. We will see. Oh my goodness. General message for Eka Rodarte. Certainly. And okay, so Cosmos World, you're next. Priyanka, love is true for Aditya. And then we have my beautiful friend Eka Rodarte. Beautiful. Okay, so Priyanka, love is true. Is the love true between Aditya and Priyanka? Let's see. Cosmos World. Let's see what we have. Change is coming. Okay, now, so what this is showing us that something that you think is true is changing. So if this is true, if Priyanka and Aditya, if this was a love that lasts, if this connection were true, then what does change mean? Okay, I am here to guide you through this exciting transformation. This is a time of joyous opportunity. Okay, so it does look like the situation between you is dynamic. And by dynamic, I mean it is changing. Now I'm sensing in my heart that there's a little worry energy on top of this, that cosmos world that you're sensing some worry or concern or wishful thinking. Okay, so Archangel Michael wants you to be sure of one thing, and that is that Source knows exactly what you need to be fulfilled in love. Source knows exactly what you need to be fulfilled in love. I'm going to say it one more time. Source knows exactly what you need. And so, as you are seeking guidance through the cards, and I think that's fantastic, you also have to seek the guidance that's surrounding you in your world. Does the behavior of Priyanka and Aditya, does the behavior match the desire? If there's a disconnected energy here, the love may be perfectly true, but it might be what we call um, platonic love. There's the kind of love that friends share for one another, and it's real. It's very real. But to create romance out of it may not be in the cards, right? So I feel that this figure, who is so joyful, is representing Archangel Michael's love for you, my dear cosmos world, and that this frantic need that you have to know the heart of the other person is holding you back from what is your highest good. Remember, Source knows exactly what you need to fill your heart with love. So at this point, make sure that you're watching the behavior of the other person. My feeling is that their natural friendliness and that their kindness is genuine, but that the romantic love that you're wanting needs to have some changes. Okay. So I would definitely celebrate the deep feeling you have for this person, but also to allow the friendship to develop in its own time. And here's an affirmation for you. Even though I don't know how, I'm feeling so much peace. Even though I don't know how, I'm feeling so much better now. Even though I don't know how, the pressure is off of me right now. Allow this to develop organically and find your heart within source. Okay, my friend? Okay, Eka Rodarte, a general message. Yes, indeed. Thank you guys for being here. I can't, hi. I'm back in the list a little bit, catching up with the requests. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm Catherine. This is Pattern Breaker Tarot, where I like to help people break the patterns that are holding them back from what it is that they're desiring. Okay, so Eka, I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Archangel Michael today says your career is growing and blossoming. Now is the time to make the changes you have been contemplating. So, my friend Eka, it does seem that there's been a level of dissatisfaction going on with what you're doing for your career right now. And so, those of you who are listening in, if you also are having concerns about your career, tune in. This is a collective message. All it takes is a thumbs up on your part or drop a few emojis in there, and you will be covered under this reading. Many times when we are at a job for a long time, we don't realize what our gift is. And Ika, you are very gifted, and chances are where you're working right now, they're not really recognizing or actually paying you enough for what you know you can do. You're ready for more. When Archangel Michael brings this beautiful lotus flower here, the lotus grows on water like a water lily, and it grows in the mud. And I noticed that the outfit that the figure is wearing, it looks like it's dirty, right? It's gray and dark. And that reminds me of what treasures grow in the mud. And that's kind of what's going on for you. In your current situation, you have been putting your roots in deep. So there are skills that you know how to do. There are things that you know how to do right now that would be valued in a different work environment. This might be calling you to create a side hustle. You might be an expert at social media, for example, in your world, and you may be able to help other people with their YouTube channel or with their Facebook page. And that could pull in a little extra revenue for you. So, this may not mean you should leave your current position, but you are definitely ready for more. So that feeling that you've had in your heart, that straining forward, the desire to be something else, Michael is right here, right now, affirming that for you. Okay. So it be ready to take action because this is happening and you don't want to be caught by surprise. It could be that the company you're working with right now is actually making some changes and you're actually feeling, gosh, I'm not so sure that I feel secure in this position. And then Archangel Michael would be saying, okay, good. In that case, look elsewhere, be prepared. But the bottom line is you're ready for more than you think you are. Okay, so now, Arpita, welcome, my friend. Arpita, when will you meet your destined partner? Oh my goodness. Let's take a look here. Anybody else who's looking for a soulmate? I do very sweet soulmate readings, and I love to solve that problem for people. So if you need a soulmate reading, just check out the description box. It'll tell you how to get in touch with me. And next we have Martha, who wants to know why she is seeing 444 continually. And then we have Venue Music, um, looking for a government job. So, Venue, you may have already received a word on that previous reading, but I will be getting to you quite soon. So, Arpita, when will you meet your destined partner? Archangel Gabriel joins me to spark your creativity, help you communicate your vision, and motivate you to create something beautiful. So, Arpita, the angels are here with tremendous wisdom for you, okay? Because what they're saying is, what are you doing to create that destined partner? Please listen in, any other singles, because this is so important. I love that Archangel Gabriel is here. Archangel Gabriel is all about creativity, and we see this beautiful horn that's linking with the sword, and we have this red ribbon creating a bond between these two elements. So, Arpita, the first thing Archangel Michael wants you to consider is that the way you were brought up, your family of origin, may have created some beliefs within you that are limiting you. That your family of origin may have spoken some things to you, or there could be cultural standards that don't fit with where you are right now, and that you do believe you have a destined partner. There are things you can do right now. There are exercises and processes that you can do to create your soulmate connection. Definitely, I am someone who can help you, but there are so many YouTubers who are able to help you meet your soulmate. So I suggest that you go to the YouTube search window and just put into the search how to find a soulmate. And then whoever comes up, watch their video and be willing to create for yourself a plan. Now, me personally, I would love to help you, and I am creating some articles right now about creating a soulmate relationship. So keep your eye on my channel. I'm going to be putting some free resources together real quick here, and I would love to support you. Now, when? The answer when is hard because one way is like, I want you to tell me, Catherine, I want the date, the month, the day, and the year when I will meet my soulmate. But I cannot tell you that. I can tell you that when you are clear on what it is you're wanting, and when you are clear on what it is you're offering, what makes you the ideal partner for your destined partner? Once you're clear on what you are bringing to the table, then the when becomes crystal clear. This is not about a date, this is about preparation. Okay, my friend? So here's an affirmation. Of course, I love Neville and the work of um, speaking as if something has already been created. So, what I would say is this: I am so relieved and thankful now that I have a plan to attract my divine partner. I am so thankful and relieved now that I know what to do to find my destined partner. I am so relieved and thankful now that I can create my clarity on how I am the perfect partner for that person. Okay. Thank you, Arpita. I'm so grateful that you're here. And now, Martha, why do you see 444 all the time? First of all, I do love the angel numbers, and I use Google to help me all the time because I don't have them memorized. But I would definitely go to Google or whatever search engine you use and say, what is the spiritual meaning of 444? You will pull up 2 or 3 resources that will tell you exactly why this number is significant. What I can tell you for sure is that the angels are trying to speak to you. If you find feathers, I find pennies. I cannot explain why and how this is happening, but at the railroad track near my house, I have found over 100 pennies, since January. And they are always, not always there, but many times there are pennies laying on the ground that I pick up and create. I should bring it to the reading sometime, my cup full of pennies. And I don't understand, but what I do know is that they always make me smile. They create a magical feeling. I'm like, whoa, there's another one. Who's putting this here? Are the angels putting these pennies here for me? Sometimes in the morning, I'll take a walk with my dog and there'll be no pennies. And then when I go back in the evening, there the pennies are laying there. So I went to the Google search and I looked up the significance of finding pennies. And it was really fun to read that. So don't forget the internet can be your friend. Now, Martha, I do want to draw a card for you and let's see what else we can add to that. Do you guys find things? Do you have signs from the angels that you enjoy? Write it in the comments and let me know. I would love to know what you find. Okay, so Martha, and we have 37 and welcome abundance into your life. So it could be, honestly, it would not surprise me if you go and read the spiritual significance of 444 if it doesn't have something to do with abundance, honestly, because this is what Lord Michael, Archangel Michael is wanting for you to realize. Prosperity is on its way to you. Have faith that Source will heal your financial challenges. One of my favorite affirmations for financial challenges is this: a source knows exactly what I need to live well. There is nothing for me to figure out here. It's already done. Source knows exactly what I need to live well. There's nothing to figure out here. It's already done. The truth is, Archangel Michael is on that other plane where we can't see or feel what he wants to speak, but signs are a huge part of it. So, Martha, watch for signs. When you get a sign, remember Source is reaching through nature and through objects and through numbers to inspire you. Now, one thing you can do today, you and everyone else who's listening, is welcoming abundance. When you go out, and I'm just going to look out the window here when I say this, okay? So right now there's an abundance of clouds in the sky. There are an abundance of leaves on this plant. There are an abundance of leaves on the trees across the way from me. And the leaves are more abundant than the trunks of the trees. On the spider plant here, the leaves are more abundant than excuse me, the babies are more abundant than the mother plant. And getting into the groove of understanding how much abundance surrounds us in everyday life, and then to be grateful for it is the best way to bump yourself into a prosperous mindset. Okay, I'm just going to ring my bell here because this is such an important concept for anyone that's wanting healing in finances. As you hold on to a feeling of gratitude for the abundance that's already here, you'll be stunned by how your perspective will change when it comes to real money, because luck follows the grateful. Luck follows the grateful. Okay. So venue music is wanting to have a government job. So let me see here. Venue. Hi, Jolene, Nirmala, Anisha. Okay, we'll go to you next. And Nirmala. Okay. Okay. So back over here with venue music. What does Archangel Michael have to say to you about that government job? Let's take a peek. Okay. Be a light to others. You have a powerful message to share, venue music. Shine your light on the world so that others can learn from you. Okay. Okay, Mithlesh. So as you are putting your hope in this government job, remember, Archangel wants you to know that that is only one option. Okay, this particular job is one of many avenues that you can take. See all of these pathways that are coming out from the heart. So Archangel Michael is wanting you to realize that yes, the government job is one of these beams of light, for sure. But look at all of the rest of these beams of light that are surrounding this peaceful figure. So, Mitlesh, do you meditate? Have you taken on the practice of sitting quietly with yourself, no music or anything, just sitting quietly with your eyes closed, breathing, and just connect with your inner guidance? You don't realize how much positive energy shines from you, my friend. There's something about you that people cannot resist. There are people that are watching you right now, not in an evil way, not in a bad way, but they're impressed with your spirit. What I would do is I definitely would take a look at any YouTubes that you find about Neville. Neville has many teachings, and they're all over YouTube. And Neville teaches that we is need to live in the energy of our desire as if it's already here. So, an experiment you can do, and I know it feels silly. Trust me, I do a lot of silly things in my manifesting. But as you allow yourself to live as if you already have a job. So your goal is to create an affirmation that is in the future. And then as you say it, you will be saying it today and then also in the day that you have um, established yourself in a good job. Okay. So here's what I recommend. Even though I don't know how, I'm working happily right now. Even though I don't know how, my perfect job is mine right now. I really like that one. Even though I don't know how, my perfect job is mine right now. Now, if you do sit quietly and repeat that affirmation, it's like a seed planted within your energy. Now, when you do that, the people that you can work for pick up on that, like a radio station, like an internet system of the spirit, and you will find opportunities will show up for you. Another affirmation that I like is this one. I am so relieved and thankful now that my employment situation is solved. I am so relieved and thankful now that my work is no longer a puzzle. I am so thankful and relieved now that I have my ideal position. I can't explain to you why those affirmations work, but they make me feel complete inside my heart when I say them. And I've used this type of affirmation to build my own practice and to help me meet the best clients in the world. And it's been a true blessing. Okay. So there you have my friend Mithlesh and Jolene. Hello, my friend. I'm so glad to see you here. And Anisha, where will I meet? Oopsie. Where will I meet my spouse? That's an interesting question. Let's see what Archangel Michael has to say. Where will I meet my? Oh, you know what? Archangel Michael is kind of a smart aleck sometimes. And so I have kind of a smart aleck response that popped right in my head. But I'm going to wait before I do the reading. Oh, this is good. So, my friend Anisha Nirmala, what is it that Archangel Michael has for you today? Open up to your spiritual gifts. Remember that your true nature is spiritual, not physical. The angels are sending you messages to guide your soul's work. So, my dear friend Anisha, what's happening right now is here's what Archangel Michael said to me when I didn't even pull the card yet. And, Archangel, if I felt like the question is, where will I meet my spouse? And Archangel Michael says, in the place where he is. What a smart aleck, right? Now I'm noticing at the top of my page, it says 3232. So Anisha, please do look up the spiritual meaning of the number 32 because I believe it will hold a special blessing for you. Now, Anisha, right now it looks like your mind is focused on your spouse. Okay. So your mind is focused on, I have to find my spouse. Where is my spouse? When will I meet my spouse? I look at these two hummingbirds at the top and I think, here is you and here is your spouse, right? Both of you looking for one another. So you're seeking one another, but you can't even see each other, right? You can't get together. What's in the middle? Archangel Michael is standing between you and your spouse right now because you need to do some inner work. I have a feeling that there's been some heartbreak and some disappointments in your past love life. Is that true, Anisha? That some of what you hoped for didn't happen and that you're disappointed in the whole process. So, what I like to recommend for people is to investigate, why are you manifesting singleness? What is it about being single that is meeting your needs right now? There's something about the way you've learned how to relate to people, or maybe you're shy, but the fact is that there's something going on in you that is preventing you from meeting your person. So when you say, where are they? They're exactly where they should be. Because in order to hold a relationship in perfect balance, you need to know how to find that perfect balance yourself. What are your spiritual gifts, Anisha? Do you meditate? Do you do yoga? Are you a card reader? What can you do to take your mind off of your soulmate situation and put it on who you are in the spirit? Have you ever had Reiki? Is there an energy healing modality that you have been dreaming about? There's something in between you and your soulmate, and the key is in your own spiritual gifts. Maybe you won't end up with a YouTube channel like mine. I mean, I'm a grandmother and I never thought I would be reading cards online. That just happened almost accidentally. But I found that once I stepped out into my spiritual gifts, everything opened up for me financially and in the love arena. I am single right now. Me and my dog Murphy are making our way in the world, and I'm very content as a single. I'm learning to open myself up again for more humans to come into my life. So when I see this card, I know that it's true, that as you open your heart to what spirit has for you, the perfect partner will show up. Okay. So an affirmation that you can use, Anisha, is this. Now, excuse me, I am so happy and thankful now that I know my partner is waiting for me at the perfect time. I am so relieved and thank you. Excuse me. I am so relieved and thankful now that I know nothing's wrong. I'm so happy and relieved now that I know that seeking my own spiritual gifts is my logical next step. And the bravest one of all is this one. I am so thankful and relieved now that I have met my divine partner. I am so thankful and relieved now that I am being drawn to my divine partner. Okay. Neville teaches us to live as if our future is happening today. And that's what guides my readings 100%. Okay. So just going forward here. Da, 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 hi, Poonam. Cannot understand. Nancy. Hi, Nancy. Welcome. Will you please tell me if I'm going to Texas at the end of June? All right. Well, and T Hunter Threadis, welcome. I'm so glad you're here today. Okay. So, hey, and lots of questions. Oh my goodness, Melissa, I say that I see here. I see my Tai about career. And so I'm making my way through the list, doing the best that I can, my friends. So, Nancy, let's see what Archangel Michael has to say about that. Please tell me if I'm going to Texas at the end of June. Let's take a peek. Okay, trust the guidance that you are receiving. This is a good, let's take a peek here. Archangel Uriel has blessed you with a brilliant epiphany. I am also present to clear away your worries so you can trust your divine guidance. Okay, so I love this for you, Nancy, because I feel I'm connecting with the two of swords energy here, that crossing your heart. And in the tarot, we see a figure with holding up two swords across the heart, and one of them is fear and the other is anger. And so you do want to analyze the situation carefully, of course, because going to Texas is a big decision for you. I don't know if you're moving there or visiting, but obviously, it's a weighty question. You're sensing the weight of this question on your shoulders, Nancy. And these two archangels, what a blessing. There's two archangels showed up here. And what that shows me is that you are really intent. You're intent on receiving the guidance because you don't want to make a mistake. Are you a bit of a perfectionist, my friend Nancy? Have you made mistakes in the past and you're worried? Is the person in Texas that you're going to causing you worry? Is it a job situation? So many things I'm wondering about. And so it seems like you're doing a good job of considering all the options. You are receiving guidance. So um, here is what one of my favorite ways, because I moved to Mexico. I lived in Mexico for 4 years. I knew that I knew it was unmistakable that it was my life path. And I did. And it was upheaval. Nobody in my life understood why I was doing it. I barely understood, but I felt this compulsion to go. Okay, so right now, Nancy, 3333 is up on my board above my card here. So do look up the meaning of 33. I think it's going to give you some extra wisdom. So one of the things I did to help me make the decision was I pretended that I had two choices that I could actually live out in my imagination. So for 1 week, I lived as if I had already decided I'm going to use your example. You already decide, okay, I'm going to Texas. Okay, so for 1 week, as you go through the week, you pretend that the decision has already been made. And you think about what it's like for you, what you would be doing in Texas, and you want to use your imagination. In the second week, what you do is you act as if you chose not to go to Texas, okay? And so that week you live as you were a version of yourself who does not go to Texas. And it's you could do some journaling. You could write down now that I'm not going to Texas and then fill in the blank, okay? Or when you're pretending that you are going to Texas, you do the same thing. I am going to Texas and I'm so excited because of these reasons. Trying it on for size is a great way to check in with your energy. When you finish doing this, you may feel a strong compulsion one way or the other. Another thing is to trust your friends. If you have close friends that you love and trust, even if they say hard things, you want to ask them, what do you think? And then listen. Another thing you can do, you can ask, if there was one reason that I shouldn't go to Texas, what would it be? What could I be missing here? Of course, I would be happy to draw cards for you and open up two or three decks and look at what the cards have to say, because you may get your guidance through a tarot reading, but it doesn't matter who you use as an expert. At the end of the day, you're going to have to lay down your expectations and trust your gut and do what you feel is best for you. You are receiving guidance right now, and this reading is probably part of it, I would love to hear what's going on. If you want to shoot me an email, it's patternbreakertarot@gmail.com. I would love to know what's going on with you and I can share resources. Okay. So, for an affirmation for you, one of my favorites is I am so thankful and relieved now that this Texas situation has resolved. I am so thankful and relieved now that the Texas situation is finished. Now, you don't have to know what you're doing right now, but the fact is that when you say to the divine, it's finished, it's finished. And my favorite affirmation, I say that a lot, but I mean it, is this one. Source knows. I'm going to speak as if I'm you, Nancy. Source knows if going to Texas will help me live my best life. There's nothing for me to figure out. It's already done. Source knows what I should do by the end of June. There's nothing more for me to do. It's already done. Trust the divine to guide you. You will not be disappointed. Okay, Threadis, welcome. I'm so glad you're here today, my friend Threadis. I know you do enjoy the readings as they show up, but if you're here and would like a particular reading, let me know. Hi, Mango. Hi, Vina. I'm getting through the list. I'm working through the list. Hi, Marquetta. Welcome. You can ask anything you want, and I'll be glad to pull you a card. We are not the same hypocrites. Marquetta, yes. Okay. Da, 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 da. Hi, Adita. Hi, Fairy Pop. Welcome. Melissa, I see you. Will I get back with my ex? And need he saying hi, thank you. Rachel, Rebecca, can you get a general card? Yes, yes, yes. Oh gosh, I have so many people waiting in line. Ah, Nancy, I hope that you saw your reading. Marquetta, oh, you see dimes, pennies, feathers, birds in your path. I love it, sister. Nancy, hey girl, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Rachel, Rebecca, okay. Vina, Marquetta, Rachel, okay. Hey, Eric, welcome, my friend. Okay, so Rachel, can I get a card pull? Yes, you can. And then Vina and Marquetta, okay? So we have Rachel, Vina, and Marquetta. Just see, Rachel, general card pull. Okay. Rachel, thank you for visiting. I don't remember seeing your name. Are you a newcomer here? I'm so glad that you're visiting me. I'm Catherine. This is Pattern Breaker Tarot. I love Archangel Michael, don't you? Let's just give a thumbs up for Archangel Michael. So grateful for his love and consistent guidance. And general reading for my friend Rachel. Rachel, are you an overthinker? Are you like me, a figure outer in recovery? Take control of your thoughts. Look at Archangel Michael's sword. He turned it into a key for you, my friend Rachel. There's something you've been waiting for, something that has been locked away and you haven't been able to get through. So I'm sensing this frustrated energy here. Look at all the light that's shining behind this lock. And let's take a look. Your thoughts are creating your reality. Have faith and stay focused on the outcome you truly desire. Rachel, I hope that you have been listening to the readings and taking this to heart because it is true that Source knows exactly what you are looking for. Okay, Source knows exactly what you need to live well. There's nothing for you to figure out. It's already done. So your thoughts right now, the thoughts of doubt, or you wonder if Archangel Michael even is aware of you sometimes, or you feel disconnected. The fact is that you are in exactly the right place right now. And Archangel Michael is here to guide you in taking control of those thoughts. Do you listen to Abraham Hicks by chance, Rachel? Abraham Hicks YouTube videos are one of the ways that I stay in alignment. Alignment means that you have a sense of calm and well being at your core. When you're overthinking things or when you're obsessing about something, it's impossible to feel calm and at ease. One of the things I love to do is what I call scribble journaling, Rachel, because sometimes our thoughts are tied up into such a knot, we don't even know how to allow Archangel Michael to open this key because we are so stuck in our thoughts. So, what you do is get a piece of paper and a pencil or a crayon, and you start to scribble and scribble, scribble, scribble as hard as you can on that paper. And at the same time, you think about the main problem that's bothering you. Now, the last card, when we were talking about the Two of Swords energy, where you're just so busy thinking, thinking, thinking that you have no peace of mind. So, what you want to do is think of your problem and scribble, scribble as hard as you can. It's easier than journaling words, and you can feel the frustration as you scribble. You will also feel yourself pressing down on the paper sometimes when the feeling becomes intense. But the Archangel Michael is here with just a 911 message. It's so important that you take control of your thoughts, especially today. Now, there's 3535 is at the top of my page. So please look up the spiritual meaning of 35 in your search engine, and I believe there is a special message for you there. Whatever is bothering you, you need to take control of those thoughts, and then you will get clarity. Okay. So if you like Abraham Hicks, you can go to the YouTube search and you can search Abraham Hicks, take control of my thoughts. And believe me, the first YouTube that comes up will be for you. Okay. Affirmations that I suggest. Even though I don't know how, I know what to do right now. Even though I don't know how, my mind is so at ease right now. Even though I don't know how, I'm feeling more relaxed right now. Okay. And my other is I am so thankful and relieved that my mind is calming down. I am so thankful and relieved now that I can let go of what's troubling me. I'm so thankful and relieved now that I know what to do. Okay? Thank you so much for being here today, Rachel. And then we have Marquetta. Vina is next, and then Marquetta. Okay. And curious about marriage for Vina's son. Okay. Hi, Shazam Ali. Welcome. And Rachel General. Yes, gotcha. And Nancy Marquetta sees a lot of signs. Good. And okay. And Marquetta, did you have a specific card that, or a question that you wanted? Oh, there it is. What is the time? Oh, you can ask anything. Just looking for Marquetta. Okay. Oh, yes, Nancy, for sure. Do reach out. I really love to be able to connect with my listeners because I know in the collective reading it's just one card, but I feel like this is a very important decision for you. You can email me at patternbreakertarot@gmail.com. Okay. Hey, Eric, I'm happy to pull a card for you. Is there any specific question? So, Marquetta, I didn't see a specific question for you, so I'm just going to draw a I'm going to draw a card just for general and see what we have. Oh, and Vina. Okay, sorry, Vina. I skipped Vina. Vina's curious. What does Archangel Michael have to say about your son's marriage? Okay, so let's see. It's time to play. You're working too hard and worrying about everything, Vina. Not you, right? Seek out joyous experiences to bring balance to your life. Okay. So it's definitely showing Archangel Michael is here showing you. And here this young man is running. That's so interesting to me. So it's showing me that there is a lot of worry going on, your thoughts, a lot of worry about your son and marriage. And right now, Archangel Michael is here with a very important message. It's time to play. You're working too hard. So when it comes to your son's marriage, you're working too hard. And he is feeling this energy. See how the energy is swirling around this? And Archangel Michael is saying, please stop. Stop. Do you meditate, Vina? Do you spend time with spirit? Right now, it's so important that you surround your son with love, not with what you say, not with what you do, but with energy, with your soul. Be sure to surround your son and see him as happy. Hold the image of your son in joy. Does he have a dog? Does he enjoy his dog? There's a sense of release here. Source knows exactly what is best when it comes to your son's future, right? Source knows exactly what my son needs to have a good marriage. There's nothing for me to do here. It's already done. How many prayers have you prayed for your son over time? How much love do you have for him? Archangel Michael wants you to stop worrying and to allow yourself to pray for God's will to be done. Pray that Source will have a way with your son. And what do you do for play, my dear Vina? What are you doing for play? Do you have a hobby? Do you paint? Do you sing? Do you dance? Do you play music? Find time to entertain yourself because you need to find a way to be complete and whole, separate from your son, and seeing your son in the divine will of Source. Okay? Don't work so hard at this. Okay, Marquetta. I'd love to say your name, Marquetta. Hi, Melissa. I think we're coming. I think I'm seeing you back here. I hope I didn't skip you. Let's see. Melissa, I will do you right after Marquetta. Okay? There's Vina. Yeah. Okay, Melissa, I'm not seeing you, so go ahead and put your request in again because I remember saying hi to you in the past. Oh, there it is. Will you get back with your ex? Okay, Melissa, we will pull a card for you next after Marquetta. Marquetta, let's do an individual reading for you. Thank you guys for being here and look at all those thumbs ups today and the subscribes. You all are the best. I have the best followers ever, and I love each and every one of you. Okay, so, oh, I love this card. Marquetta, this makes me very curious about you and what's going on with you. I love this map. The way forward is open, Marquetta. You're not trapped. Possibilities and opportunities abound. I will guide you to personal growth and spiritual freedom. So, Marquetta, before you told me that you find a lot of signs, that you find a lot of signs along your way. And this is one of the things that I have been working on personally right now, Marquetta. You and I share the same mission because lately I have been um, thinking of a possibility. What if all the signs that I have been following have been placed on my path by my future self? What if my future self is real, just like my inner child is a real part of my energy? And what if my future self is the one that's put all those pennies by the railroad tracks? You guys, I told earlier in this reading that I have found over 100 pennies in the same spot. I mean, not exactly the same spot, but I walk over railroad tracks and all the time I'm finding more pennies there. And the universe has been teaching me about copper and about receptivity and about ancient minerals through these pennies. And I'm going to be talking more about that as we go forward here in June. But for you, Marquetta, you are here. Okay. So, what it is that you're looking for is not here now, except that's not true. There is no time in conscious creating. Every day that shows up, we call today. We don't live through a day that we call future, right? Every day we wake up, it is now. So, Marquetta, I want for you to take this to heart. You can do an experiment like I'm doing and imagine that every sign you find is your future self lighting the path for what's happening next. When it comes to your productivity and your creativity, definitely a call. When I look at this map, there's not enough color, there's not enough detail. And so that's telling me Archangel Michael is whispering for you to get involved with creativity. What did you used to do when you were younger? Did you used to play an instrument? Are you an artist who's not drawing right now? Are you a musician that's not playing your instrument? Something is missing, and your way forward is coming through your creativity. Okay. So as you walk forward in the month of June, what we're going to want to do is keep collecting those signs. And then I want you to create a creativity goal. By the end of June, what have you created? Okay. And for an affirmation for you, I would say, Source knows exactly what I need to live well. There's nothing I need to do now. There's nothing to figure out. It's already done. Follow those signs and be creative, and then reach out. Let me know what is developing for you. Okay. All right. So, Melissa, back over to you, my friend. Okay. Melissa. Okay. I'm just looking back. Okay, good. And go glow grow. Go glow grow. I love that name. Go glow grow. I'm going to do you next. So, Melissa. Oh, and Eric's there. What happened to, oh, Eric? Oh my, I have so many people. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm not going to be able to do everybody. Melissa, I'm going to do Melissa and then Eric. Okay. You guys, I try to come on every single Sunday to do lives. Maybe I should come more often. What do you think? Throw in a thumbs up. Give me some. Maybe I should come back more live more often. What do y'all think? Okay, Melissa and then Eric. Eric, you're so faithful. You come and see me all the time. So I'm just holding my hand to my heart in gratitude. Okay, so Melissa, and it was an ex, right? Wondering about an ex. Okay. All right, so let's draw a card for Melissa. What does Archangel Michael have to tell you about this X? You will manifest what you need. Oh, very interesting. Okay, so the first thing I'm aware of is priority and this mystery package from Archangel Michael to you. So let's see, what does this say? Express gratitude as if your plans have already come to pass. Trust that your angels are bringing you the assistance that you need. Okay, Melissa, I do so much work with people on the past and the ex and whether the ex will come back. It's something that I have helped people with for decades. I'm a grandmother now, and I've seen so many clients over many, many years go through the journey of longing to reconnect with an ex. And in fact, I've had that situation where I have just had such a longing for something that's in the past and for the most part, in my personal life, the ex has been always best left behind. And that coming into peace about what I learned with that ex has proved to be the lesson. But nobody can decide that except you, because you are the master of your fate. And so, what I can do is I can give you a technique that I like to help evaluate if it will bring you benefit. Who does it benefit if you take this X back? Who would it benefit? So, Melissa, what you do is get out a piece of paper and divide it into half. You can fold it into half and then open it up. On the left side of the paper, write down all of the reasons that you loved the X. Write down everything good about them, everything that you love about them, and write all of that down. And as you're writing it down, just do a bit of a survey. and ask yourself, was it the same from the beginning of the relationship to the end? Were there any things that you loved about them that disappeared? Okay. And then on the other side of the paper, this is what's a little harder, but it's so important, Melissa. Write down the things that happened that hurt your feelings. If they cheated, just write it down. If they were mean, if they if if it was like a bait and switch where when you started the relationship it was fabulous and then as it went on it wasn't, just use the right hand side of the paper to just analyze. And then as you look at these two lists, is it worth the investment of your heart to give it another try? And being really honest with yourself, because if it is, great. If it is, great. But chances are there are things that happened that were not to your highest good. Chances are you needed to compromise a little bit. Now, when I look at this box from Archangel Michael, my sense is you have a new relationship coming, Melissa. I mean, I just feel in my heart that there is something brand new, special delivery for you. Somebody that will make you feel like a priority, someone that you can start fresh with everything you've learned and to fall into a deep, loving relationship. What it says is you will manifest what you need. What you need may be different from what you want. And this is so critical, isn't it? What I can say is that if you feel drawn to go back to your ex, I always recommend that you start it as if it were a brand new relationship. If it ended for a reason. If you want to reestablish it, make it fresh and new. Do the work you need to do to release all of the past misunderstandings so that it starts off as new. But meanwhile, if this is resonating with you at all, where you're thinking, I don't really want to hear this reading, Catherine, because I want you to tell me that my ex is coming back tomorrow. But there's a part of your consciousness that realizes a fresh start with somebody that truly loves you would really, really be sweet. See how the loving energy is leaking out of this package? I think you've been a bit of an underachiever, my friend. I think Source has something much better for you. An affirmation that can work is I am so thankful and relieved now that the situation with my ex is resolved. I am so happy and relieved now that all my questions about my ex are resolved. I am so happy and relieved now that I am free to make the best choice for myself. Okay. Again, reach out, please. These are, messages for the collective. And, if this isn't a fit, just let it slide off of you. But meanwhile, I hope that you will take it to heart and give yourself a chance to have the love you deserve. Okay, my friend? Okay, so now I'm going to go to Eric and then go, glow, grow. So, Eric, let's take a peek. What is coming up for you in the month of June? What is it that Archangel Michael has for you, my friend Eric? Stay the course. Very interesting. I love Archangel Michael's picture on this card. I just love it. Look at how he's reaching out towards the future and how the light is just hitting his hand as it goes up and circles his head. And notice all of these birds. It looks like a very abundant future is ahead for you, Eric. The gold, anytime gold shows up on a card, it suggests abundance and prosperity. And it looks as if Archangel Michael is saying, look what I have for you. Look what I have for you. Let's see what the card says. Don't panic. You're not on the wrong path. You're just having a bumpy start. Learn from your experience and keep going. So, Eric, it makes me wonder if you've started something new since I've seen you, if you've had some kind of a change, and maybe you're feeling a little bit doubtful. Did I do the right thing? Or it could be you're ready to step into something new. But you always have to remember, Eric, that there is a learning curve. Okay, no matter what you start, whether it's a relationship or whether it is a career situation, that it's always unsteady at the start. There's a quote that says, "A sailor does not learn anything on a quiet sea," meaning it's when it's turbulent that we learn everything we need to know. So it does seem that Archangel Michael is aware that something in your environment has turbulence and that it will settle and that you are on a prosperous road. A good affirmation for you would be, "I am so thankful and relieved now that things are smoothing out. I am so thankful and relieved now that I am more secure on my prosperity journey. I am so thankful and relieved now that I know the next logical steps to take." Okay, my friend? My moderators, were most of them lived in a different country, and the timing of my readings wasn't a fit for them, so they, are not with me right now. Do you wanna be a moderator, Eric? Anybody who's listening and you're a fan and you're here a lot for my lives, if you wanna be a moderator, just email me at, patternbreakertarot@gmail.com and let me know. Okay, go, glow, grow. I love that. Continue my relationship with this specific person. I can't sleep and overthinking. Well, hopefully, go, glow, grow. You have been listening. This is kind of a theme in our readings today about not being too over analytical and to really allow spirit to guide us. Spirit speaks in your heart and in your body. Your mind is where your imagination speaks, and our imagination can lead us astray. So here we have regain your focus, my dear Go Glow Grow, triple G. So let's see here. We have Archangel's mighty sword, right? Archangel's mighty sword. Trivial life matters are distracting you from your goals. Archangel Metatron and I are here to help you stay grounded. Very interesting that two archangels have showed up for you. Go, glow, grow. I feel like much of the stress that you're feeling right now is because you're not allowing yourself to grow. Okay. There's something in you that is creating, it's like throwing down an anchor that it instead of flowing, you're stuck, that there's an anchor in the sand in the sea. And even though you're thinking that you want to go forward with this person, there's something in your energy that's not allowing it. Metatron is a very powerful archangel. You might want to Google the meaning of Archangel Metatron and just do a little research because for Metatron and Michael to be coming into alignment to guide you, it shows me that they are concerned about your being stuck on this person. The question of should you continue? If it was in your highest good to continue, why would you be sleepless? If it was in your highest good, why wouldn't the angels and guides be giving you more peace of mind? Were you here before when I suggested doing a little audit on the person with a piece of paper where you take two sides of the same piece of paper? On one side, you write down all of the best attributes of your person. Why do you love them? Why do you want to be with them? Just write a list, write down the side of your paper, all the reasons why you want to be with them. Then on the other side of the paper, you want to write down all of the reasons it's not working out. Okay. The system of life that this person does, the way they think, the way they speak, the way they live, that's one system. Your system is something else. And I'm not so sure that your desires match what this person is producing. It might have been a spark, and it could have been very mesmerizing to start the relationship with the person. But right now, there's a strong line in the sand, and spirit is calling you to regain your focus. In order to be your full self, you need to know what that is. What is your full self, and what are you capable of? The number 38 is repeated at the top of my screen. So do look up the spirit meaning of 38 because I believe there's an extra blessing for you here. But this is a time for you, a true fork in the road. Again, this is a great time for a personal reading. So if you do feel that you need to have guidance, please contact me. I would love to read cards for you because I feel this is something you do need support. You may also get a good source of wisdom from a good friend. And what you can do with a friend is say, look, what do you think I'm missing with this person? It takes a lot of courage to ask that question. It takes a lot of courage because they may tell you the truth. And the truth is that if this was meant to be, wouldn't it be easier? So what I would say again, 38, 38, repeated at the top of the page, look up the number 38, and here is an affirmation that will help you. I am so thankful and relieved now that I know what to do. Neville teaches us highest results come when we speak as if the ending has come already, that we're living in our highest good. I am so thankful and relieved now that I am sure about my person. I am so thankful and relieved now that I know what to do. I am so thankful and relieved now that I am free, calm, and at ease. I think this will really help you go, glow, grow. And with that, you guys, I have to end today. I'm so sorry if I didn't get to you. Please forgive me. I will be back. I am thinking about having these live readings more than once a week because I don't like to leave y'all disappointed. But it is June 1st. It's a beautiful day. It's a Sunday, a day of rest. You guys go out, be filled with love. Look at a stranger today. Be friendly to somebody who's not expecting it. Flash a smile and let them know that they matter and that you're glad you got to see them on that day. On that note, I'll send you on your way. I look forward to seeing you on the next reading. Sending armloads of love to you. Bye now.